Hi, I'm just Steve, and I am taping at school today because it is getting late in the year. Winter is approaching and the days are getting shorter, so that by the time I get home, it's nearly dark and I have terrible lights, and the lights here are bad too. And also by the time I get home, I'm tired, and 24 hours a day I have too much to do, and all those are excuses for why I haven't made a video and posted one in like the last 3 weeks, and none of those excuses are good enough. I may not be a Vlogbrother, but if I claim to be a nerd fighter, I should try to make my YouTube channel follow Vlogbrother rules. Rule number 1 is to try and be interesting, and I don't know how interesting I am, but anything at all should be more interesting than 3 weeks of dead air. As I tell my students all the time, and as I tell my girls, doing something is always better than doing nothing. Rule number 2 is to be reliable, to be consistent, to be on time with things. I haven't carved an exact time schedule into stone, but I should be able to produce at least one video a week and call that a minimum. I've also violated the 4-minute limit on videos that were not necessarily educational, and that's not allowed. So what does all this mean? That's right. I deserve and need to be punished. As a teacher, I much prefer positive reinforcement whenever possible. But Nerdfighteria is not a world made up only of carrots. It has its sticks. And if I want to call myself a nerdfighter, if I want to live in Nerdfighteria, I have to be able to take my medicine when it's due. But what kind of punishment? If you're a longtime nerd fighter, you would know, but if you're new here, let me give you a quick explanation and some examples from the past. Hank and John Green are the Vlogbrothers. Their YouTube channel should be required viewing for the entire planet, and the world would be a better place. But they have to follow the rules, and when they break the rules, they have to be punished. Normally, either Hank and John will assign punishments to each other, or they will serve some sentence doled out by the community members of Nerdfighteria. Punishments have varied widely. There is the questionably digestible, eating marshmallow peeps by the boxful, the famous blenderized Happy Meal. There are the humiliating, like recreating embarrassing photos from their youth, the time Hank put on full makeup and a tutu to dance to a Rick Astley music video. There's the physically challenging and personally terrifying, like nerd aerobics in full workout regalia, or John confronting his fear of heights. And then there are those that are just tediously mind-numbing, like the day Hank spent 15 hours in his local Target store. And occasionally there have been like financial hits, usually involving donations to charity. If you'd like to see some of these and a lot more, I can put a link over here somewhere, or maybe over here, or maybe down there, or maybe up there. I don't know. There'll be a link somewhere where you can watch some of those classic Vlogbrothers punishments. Both Hank and John are up for punishments right now for violating Vlogbrother rules. The Nerdfighter community is submitting suggestions how they should be punished in the comments to John's vlog from last week. How should I be punished? That's not for me to decide. If all else fails, I could go with whatever befalls Hank and John. Or maybe you guys have suggestions, or anybody watching could submit suggestions in the comments below and we could find a punishment there. Worst case scenario, I may have to go with something concocted and assigned by my 2 loving daughters. And while I may catch a break from Mickey, if you know Leia Mulan, that is a scary, scary thought. Please, don't let that happen. Don't forget to be awesome.
I think he should drink 2 whole bottles of ketchup without shaking it.
For a start.